Hello, everyone. So I just saw this thing where it say one dead, others injured as military grenade explodes in Lagos. May the soul of the dead rest in peace. It says a military grenade has reportedly exploded in Idia Araba, Mushin area of Lagos State, killing one person and a yet to be identified scavenger on the spot. It was gathered that three other people were injured from the explosion, which rocked the area on Thursday, April 3rd, 2025. Sources present at the location where the incident occurred said some scavengers were trying to dismantle one of the grenades in their possession when the device detonated and exploded. The explosion led to the immediate death of one of the scavengers, while three others who were injured are currently receiving medical attention at a hospital. One of the eyewitnesses, Akin Olawale, said a sound of explosion was heard around past 12 p.m. and the police were immediately contacted because no one could ascertain the cause. It was later when the police arrived that we discovered that it was a grenade. The scavengers were trying to cut one of them open when it detonated. According to eyewitnesses, two other grenades in the possession of the scavengers are still undetonated and have been taken away from the scene of the incident by security operatives. Confirming the explosion, spokesperson for the Lagos Police Command, Benjamin Hundeyi, said the explosion was caused by a military-grade grenade. One person was killed and three were hospitalized. The incident happened at about 1:30 p.m. and the Explosive and Ordnance Department has rendered the place safe. The scene of the incident has also been cordoned off. There is a zero possibility of another explosion and investigation has commenced, Hundeyi said. So the question I'm saying now, so with this explosion now, are they going to now put a state of emergency in Lagos State the way they had a state of emergency in Rivers State? Or are they going to say, oh, okay, there's no political whatever? There was a political turmoil over there. If the reason that the state of emergency was put in place in Rivers State should go, literally every state in Nigeria is going to have a state of emergency there. Before I even go on to talk about the state of emergency, is to say, how come military grenades are found in dustbins where waste? Because these scavengers, they go from waste to waste and they pick things there. Who was it that made the mistake for it to end up where it is when it's not supposed to end up there? Or is this sort of like a drop-off? Maybe it was dropped there for some people to come and carry, and before they could come, these scavengers had gotten to the parcel before them. Is that what is happening? Is it some carelessness? Is it some, what is it? What is it that has happened that has led to this? These are questions that have to be answered. And for every one of us, we think that we're sitting down in Nigeria, that everything is going to blow over. If we do nothing, nothing is going to blow over. It's actually going to worsen. And every one of us, we are going to feel it. This is not the time to sit down as we watch our nation being destroyed. Everything that is being done is done for a reason. It's leading to one thing. You see this Rivers State, it's not really about the emergency that is to be kept there. It's about testing that two-third, passing the two-third through. If in the Rivers State state of emergency declaration, they have been able to pass the two-third using nay and yea, then they can do everything. That two-third requirement is a very stringent requirement, because before you can get it, it has to be something that near unanimous, people are agreeing to it. 240 members must, at the State House of Representatives, must agree to it. And over what's to 10, if you share it into 3, over 60 or close to 60, 70 senators must agree to it. And now they are yelling and naying. You don't even know whether something was complete. The people that came out for the on that day for the session, for the session of both houses, whether they were complete, they yell and nay their way into it. We can sit down one day and the constitution will be changed. People will yell and nay their way through it. We'll sit down one day, things will just be left, right, and center. People will be yelling and naying their way through. Before you know what's happening, we no longer have Nigeria. We have Tinubu nation. Dear citizens, we cannot continue to do what we were doing before and expect a different result. 2018, I realized that sitting down and just say you are making demands. Oh, some say, are you not protesting? Protest to who? Protest to an illegitimacy? Me protesting to our illegitimacy will be me legitimizing an illegitimacy. And I will not do that. Protest to people that don't listen. By 2018, I realized that these politicians, they are not listening. And the only way we can get at them is through political power. So that's why from 2018, 2019, I was part of somebody's presidential campaign. 2023, I was part of somebody's presidential campaign. 2027, by the grace of God, I've already started. My work is towards the National Assembly. How do we get to 300 people? We're working on getting 300 people to the National Assembly. My brother, my sister, my fellow countrymen, this is not the time to say, oh, I don't want to run for office. I've always been at that place. I don't want to run for office. I don't want to wait. I don't want the responsibility of an office. I want my free self. I can talk to anybody. I can do. When the national anthem was changed, when that Tinubu's Nigerian national anthem was changed to Tinubu's anthem, they play it. I don't stand. But you see, if I'm in an office, I couldn't have done that. I've liked that freedom. But freedom at what cost? That's the question we must ask ourselves. So for everybody who has the capacity to serve at the National Assembly, whether you can be a senator, you can be a House of Rep member, this is the time for us to do it. You don't need the money. You don't have to have the money. What you need is a competence, character, capacity to serve and give good governance and stand for Nigeria and be patriotic towards Nigeria. That's all we need. If we have that, we can collectively come together and run our campaign and get people in. This is not about individual. This is about our collective mind. If we put little by little by little together, we'll have a lot. Not waiting for one person alone to bring a lot to get in. They're Nigerians. Nigeria is at war. Nigeria is being disseminated. Nigeria is being enslaved. We must not allow it. We have been enslaved. We must not allow our children to be enslaved by their children. Right now, they are handing over to their children, and those ones are going to be more brutal. This is the time for us to stand up. This is the time for us to fight for Nigeria. This is the time for us to refuse any shenanigans that is going on. Tinubu is not more than Nigeria. Tinubu is just a man. Tinubu is a man, an old man at that. You understand? I'm a woman, I'm an old woman at that. He doesn't have two heads. He has one head. You and I, we also have one head. We must put it together. The politicians put in the work. We must double our work, double our hustle, put in out there. For those who say it cannot be done, I have news for you. You've never tried. Try it. Let's try it. Let's work on it. Let's not give up. Let's continue and see if we will not win. We're already down. We're already down. You understand? Even if we don't stand, we'll still be down where we are. Dear Nigerians, Nigeria, the Nigeria as we know it, is being enslaved. Let's not watch. Let not our grandchildren ask us, what were we doing when we watch our country being enslaved? And then we will have nothing to say to them. God forbid.